Happening now, the latest on a theft of a local assemblyman's car. And a brand new concept is coming to the Jamestown area, a look at how our local Tim Hortons is implementing it. Plus, the surprise an 11-year-old received this week after her bike was stolen.
Live and on demand, this is WNY News Now.
Thank you for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Brad Rasmussen in for Justin Gould. Latest local news is coming up, but first let's get a check of our weather forecast with Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. How's it going, Dakota?
Hey Bronson, nice to see you back on the anchor desk once again for this Friday. And man, it's another gorgeous day out there. But notice on the HD News Now cam, we do have a few clouds dotting the sky. And this is because there's an increase in moisture today. So obviously with an increase in moisture, that means we are going to see a few clouds. And you can see it on the satellite composite here in the last couple of frames. You're starting to see some of those clouds starting to stream in. But the good news is we're still going to be mostly sunny for the afternoon hours. But it's still going to be warm and it's going to be a little bit humid out there for today as well. Tree pollen still our main culprit for the allergies, but the good news is we're going to start washing some of this pollen away as we go into the weekend. So the forecast for the afternoon, bright sunshine with high clouds arriving. We're already seeing some now. Near record warmth once again, 76 at the immediate waterfront to 85. Well, inland now we get some rain over the weekend plus a cool down into next week. We'll talk about it with that Ultimate Satellite Solutions 7-day forecast later on in the show, Bronson.
All right, we'll catch you then, Dakota. A local New York State lawmaker, as he pushes for changes to bail reform, has now himself become the victim of crime. Assemblyman Andy Goodell had his 2009 BMW stolen from a secured parking lot at the state legislature office building earlier this week, later being totaled in a car accident just a few blocks away. Assemblyman Goodell says in a Facebook post that the alleged thief that took the vehicle on a joyride and crashed into another vehicle, totaling it. As of reporting, the alleged thief is still at large. State police have since released surveillance photos of the person suspected of stealing the assemblyman's car. Troopers are asking anyone who has information on the identity of the suspect or their whereabouts to call them at 518-474-5330. Plans are in the works to build a first-of-its-kind Tim Hortons coffee shop in Jamestown. And as our Justin Gould reports, local developers are eyeing to knock down drive-through wait times.
We've really covered every street in Jamestown. We have Brooklyn Square as our first store, and then we covered basically the surrounding area. Coming into Jamestown, you hit a Tim Hortons. This was really the last one. This was the last road that you hit that you never saw one.
The proposed expansion would be Jamestown's 6th Tim Hortons coffee shop, featuring an 880 square foot build out on Washington Street and bringing in around 25 new jobs.
Just because it's a lower amount of store. But overall, hopefully what happens is if this store is busy, they'll make the other stores busier, and we might have to hire more there.
The proposed location's top priority, speeding up the ordering process, with not one, but 2 lanes to order in the drive-thru.
It'll be a limited menu, not as many items, but again, like Blake said, the goal is to be able to get people in fast and out fast. So the people who have their specific items they get every day, and this store has those items, they can come down, hop in line, and get out, and not be behind someone, like he said, $50, $60 order, maybe doesn't know what they want, first time at the location.
The prototype also features no inside seating, but will be able to serve those on foot via a walk-up ordering window.
100 seconds is what we like to hit. Sometimes you're faster, sometimes take a little longer, but again, it depends on what everybody's ordering in front of you. And with this new motto, with the limited menu, hopefully we're keeping everybody at that 100 seconds or quicker.
The franchise owner hopes this project will be approved by the City of Jamestown Planning Board in late June and could start construction in July, with a grand opening anticipated sometime this fall. Justin Gould, WNY News Now.
Justin, thank you. Hospitalization and COVID-19 case numbers are on the rise in Chautauqua County. This week, the Chautauqua County Health Department reported 11 hospitalizations due to COVID-19, up 3 people from last week, with the positivity rate going up by 2%. On the state level, 351 confirmed cases of the virus were reported during the first week of May. Nearly 75% more of the previous week. According to the state's monitoring system, 302 individuals have died in the county since the start of the pandemic. The CDC reports that 66% of the Chautauqua County population has received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. To the Super Bowl, the winner goes the spoils of opening the entire schedule at home. The Los Angeles Rams will host the Buffalo Bills on Thursday night, September 8th, to begin the 2022 season. It's a juicy matchup of the team generally considered the title favorite by odds makers in the Bills, traveling to SoFi Stadium, where the Rams won the championship over Cincinnati in February. The Bengals are home to their division rivals, the Steelers, on Sunday, September 11th. The primetime game features Tom Brady, unless he retires again before September, and the Buccaneers at Dallas. Brady's decision to unretire after a short hiatus forced NFL schedule makers to scramble and redo some of the game slots. The Cowboys visited the Buccaneers to open last season. Going forward for Week 2, the Tennessee Titans will play at Buffalo. Gas prices hit another record high this week. The cost of fuel may keep some of the water this year. Our Christian Allen has more.
Long gone are the days of $4 gas and cheap days out on the lake and the bay.
Most of these boats are using the what they call the Rec 90 or the ethanol free. It's $5.19.
Fuel at the Lampe Marina docks is $5.19 per gallon. So whether you have a small fishing boat with a 6-gallon tank or a big pontoon with a 60-gallon tank, the cost of filling up will add up fast.
For the weather being like it is, it's a bit slow.
Ken Johnson has worked for the Port Authority at Lampe Marina for several years. With the way gas prices have continued to climb at the pump, he's not surprised to see the costs climb even higher at the dock.
I mean, everything has been. I expected a little more, to be honest.
And people I spoke to here at Lampe Marina tell me they definitely think these high gas prices are going to keep some fishermen off the water this year. So they're hoping those prices come down just a little bit before the summer fishing season starts.
I think there's a lot of people who especially may not have, expendable cash. The weekend boater, the guy that's going out just, occasionally with the kids or with his friends, and, they may cut back on their trips because they just, can't afford to keep going out at double the prices it was last year this time.
In the meantime, fishermen who can afford to go out say they're budgeting carefully and hoping to see a drop at the fuel dock soon.
I would love to see them come down. Am I optimistic? Not really.
Kristen Allen, Erie News Now.
Christian, thank you. As WNY News Now continues, a grim COVID-related milestone has been passed in the United States. And later, how a U.S. Senator is revisiting a Medicare proposal calling the current system dysfunctional. Stay with us, as WNY News Now will be right back.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Chautauqua County is in dire need of child care providers, and we need your help. The Chautauqua Child Care Council is hosting several special webinars to help you enter the child care industry. Setting up a child care program is easier than you think. It could start in your home, caring for a few children, or grow into a large operation at a daycare center. If financials are a challenge, no worries. The New York State Office of Children and Family Services is offering a grant opportunity to help you get started.
Celebrate the end of school and say hello to summer with a day of fun activities for children in the Jamestown area, hosted by Collaborative Children's Solutions and the City of Jamestown. The first part of the day happens at Northwest Arena, where both kids and parents alike can learn about activities available to you. Later in the evening, finish out the night at the Tarp Skunk baseball game, along with a fireworks show at Russell Dietrich Jr. Park. Stop on down on Friday, June 24th, as we celebrate the end of school and say hello to summer.
Welcome to Honest John's Pizzeria, where you are the most important customer.
Everything from freshly made subs to the best of pizza and wings, Honest John's has it all.
And don't forget the ice cream.
Order online today or check out our 2 great locations with buffets ready for every appetite.
Don't I have the best job in the world?
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
The U.S. hits a grim milestone. 1 million people have now died from COVID-19, according to the White House. President Joe Biden released a statement to mark the milestone Thursday. He said, quote, "We must remain vigilant against this pandemic and do everything we can to save as many lives as possible." On Thursday, the administration is co-hosting a virtual global COVID-19 summit. At the event, Biden is expected to call on Congress to pass more COVID-19 funding, according to 2 senior administration officials. They also say the summit is focused on increasing efforts to deal with the virus and potential future variants. Governor Kathy Hochul announced resources for New York families amid nationwide infant formula shortages. On February 17th, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration warned consumers not to use certain powdered infant formula products from Abbott Nutrition's Michigan facility, and Abbott initiated a voluntary recall of certain products. Since that time, the Food and Drug Administration has been working with Abbott and other manufacturers to bring safe products to the U.S. market and to increase the availability of infant and specialty formula products. The State Department of Health has continued to support the distribution of diapers, formula, and other infant supplies. The department has increased communication with formula manufacturers to monitor the production of can sizes, supply, and shipments. The New York State WIC program has been able to help families obtain the formulas needed through alternate stores with the formulas in stock. The WIC participants should contact their local agency for assistance locating products when needed. A January trial date was set Thursday for former New York Lieutenant Governor Brian Benjamin to face charges that he traded his clout as a state senator for campaign contributions. The January 23rd date was set by U.S. District Judge J. Paul Oakton in Manhattan. During an otherwise routine hearing, Benjamin's lawyer, Barry Burke, told Oakton that he thinks that there will be no trial because he will prove prosecutors overreached by charging Benjamin last month. The arrest spoiled the Democrats' plans to join New York Governor Kathy Hochul, another Democrat, in her campaign for governor. Benjamin resigned as lieutenant governor after pleading not guilty on the day of his arrest. Burke said the prosecution's claims were not a crime. The government alleges Benjamin obtained campaign contributions from a real estate developer in exchange for Benjamin's agreement to use his influence as a state senator to get $50,000 grant of state funds for a nonprofit organization the developer called. The lawyer said earlier court cases have shown that what occurred between Benjamin and the real estate developer was common practice and for centuries has not been illegal. In September, Hochul chose Benjamin, then a state lawmaker, to serve as second in command when she became governor after Democrat Andrew Cuomo resigned. Nearly read and 50,000 mail-in and absentee ballots have already been received by county election offices, according to Pennsylvania's acting Secretary of State, Lee Chapman. Today, Chapman said that there were over 900,000 total mail-in and absentee ballot requests. About 700,000 were Democrats and 200,000 were Republican. For perspective, there are about 4 million registered Democrats and 3.4 million registered Republicans in Pennsylvania. If you are one of the many voters who requested a mail ballot, Chapman recommends dropping off your ballot as soon as you can, in person, or in a drop box if your county offers one.
It is important to note that counties cannot begin canvassing mail-in ballots until 7 a.m. on Election Day. That means they cannot open mail ballots, process them, and count them until that time.
Ballots must be in the hands of your local Board of Elections by 8 p.m. Election Day. If voting in person, all locations will be open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Should the U.S. follow a single-payer health care system? That's a question getting tossed around in congressional state hearing. Senator Bernie Sanders from Vermont is once again reviving his Medicare for All proposal. But the idea is not sitting well with everyone. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Rachel Knapp reports.
What this debate has everything to do with is the unquenchable greed of the healthcare industry and their desire to maintain a system which fails the average American, but which makes the industry huge profits year after year after year.
Senator Bernie Sanders is reviving his Medicare for All plan, which would provide comprehensive health care to everyone without out-of-pocket expenses and allow freedom of choice regarding health care providers.
No more insurance premiums, no more deductibles, no more copayments. And comprehensive means the coverage of dental care, vision, hearing aids, prescription drugs, and home and community-based care.
Sanders, who chairs the powerful Senate Budget Committee, says 112 million Americans are struggling to pay for the medical care they need and believes moving to a single-payer health care system could help this issue. But the Congressional Budget Office, a nonpartisan analysis office, says this move could be pricey.
The federal subsidies for healthcare in 2030 would be significantly larger, with increases in subsidies from $1.5 trillion to $3 trillion.
Republicans are rejecting this proposal.
But the system outside of Medicare, which is a lot of money, let's get it down to the state level. Let's come up with ideas that would lower cost and increase quality. Let's create competition in the healthcare sector where innovation is rewarded, not punished. And I think that is a better way.
At the Capitol, Rachel Knapp reporting.
Rachel, thank you. Senator Sanders argues moving to a single-payer healthcare system would save about $650 billion, but the Congressional Budget Office warns that moving to that could mean longer wait time, a shortage of providers, and even changes in quality. Coming up, our Pet of the Week segment. But first, we return with a look at our full weather forecast when WNY News Now returns.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first.
Slow down, and move over.
Move over. When you see signs,
Lights, vests,
please give us some room.
slow down and move over.
When you need help, it's our job
To help you.
to save you.
Despite the danger.
This danger
is real. Do your part.
Please
Slow down, and move over.
move over.
I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
Testicular cancer is the leading form of cancer in men aged 15 to 35.
1 in 250 men will be diagnosed with testicular cancer.
But 98% will survive if detected early.
As a survivor, I believe early detection is the key. Learn how to do a testicular self-exam and other important facts about testicular cancer at oneball4tc.com.
How prepared is your family if a hurricane shows up at your doorstep, or a flood, or a blizzard? You can't just turn away a natural disaster. That's why it's important to go to ready.gov/plan now. It has the tools and tips you need to make an emergency plan with your family. So if disaster comes knocking,
let's go.
You'll be ready to help keep your family safe.
It's just a pizza. Yes.
Make a plan today.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Fast, accurate, and everyday. First Defense Weather.
And welcome back. And the sky is going to be putting on a show. Sunday night, we have a lunar eclipse coming up. And unfortunately, this is going to be a good thing to see. It's also called the red blood moon. But the chances of us seeing this on Sunday night, not looking all that great. It'll ultimately start at around 9:30, and then it'll ultimately end just before 3 a.m. on Monday morning. We're going to have clouds in the way and ultimately some rain to deal with. So the chances of us seeing that, it's looking rather slim, so I'm sorry. But it's going to be a warm day again today. We could be near record levels once again today. Buffalo could get close to a record. We could get close to a record as well. 85, 84, 82 in Dunkirk. So those are the records. So here's the current number. 72 here in town, 74 Randolph, 70 in Olean, the cool spot, 74 in Clymer. So it's another warm day, but the humidity has ticked up. These are the current dew point numbers. And again, dew point measures the moisture content in the atmosphere. The closer these numbers are to the air temperature, the more moisture the air is holding on to. So 58 is the current dew point temperature. That seems to be the favorite number across much of the southern tier. 55 in Bradford, 59 in Sheffield, getting close to that 60-degree mark in both Dunkirk and Sheffield, and Tidiute as well. So again, 60 is when you really start to feel that moisture in the atmosphere. Now looking ahead to Sunday, the NOAA Storm Prediction Center has placed all of western New York and a little bit of Crawford County, Pennsylvania under a severe weather risk. The darker green is a marginal, that's a 1 out of 5. The yellow is a slight, that's a 2 out of 5. And the main threats with these storms would mainly be some strong damaging winds. So we'll keep our eyes on those over the weekend. And again, the main on that would be mainly Sunday afternoon. High pressure moving out, so you can see the clouds starting to build in. This is what's going to be coming our way over the weekend, and that's going to produce some well-needed rain showers around here because we haven't had rain at all in like 6 or 7 days. We need some rain. So Future Scan tries to spit up a couple showers through the afternoon. Those are not going to materialize. It's mainly going to be sunny with a few clouds mixing in from time to time. I think it's painting those showers because it's overdoing the moisture content in the atmosphere. But we're ultimately going to be partly to mostly cloudy through the overnight hours. Then tomorrow, we are going to see the development of rain showers. Could be a couple embedded thunderstorms within these, mainly in the afternoon hours on Saturday. And then by the time we go into Sunday, that'll be our better chance to catch a couple of rain showers and thunderstorms. A couple of them could be strong as well. So we start tomorrow around 60, partly to mostly sunny. Then the rain showers and a couple thunderstorms arrive from noon hour onward. We should top out into the upper 70s. Now the next 7 days of your life, powered by Ultimate Satellite Solutions. So we're down into the upper 60s. The upper 70s for both Saturday and Sunday, but it will be muggy with the showers and storms in the air. We go down to the upper 50s, Bronson, on Tuesday, but it looks like from Tuesday onward, we're going into another dry stretch of weather and temperatures around average.
Well, at least it's going to rain a bit. Maybe it'll cool off a bit. It's been pretty warm lately.
Yes, we need the rain. Your lawn needs a drink, and we need to wash that pollen away. Woof.
Ooh, I know. Those of you with allergies. Ugh. In an effort to help animals find their forever home, WNY News Now is partnering with the Chautauqua County Humane Society in a segment called The Pet of the Week. Our friends at the Humane Society tell us more about this week's featured furry friends.
Okay, so this is Goober. He is a 3-year-old large mixed breed. He's been with us for a little bit. He definitely is a Goober. His behavior suits his name perfectly. He does pretty well with everybody. He is no small kids, no cats, and he's weird with other dogs. He's very selective as to who he'll play with. He's going to be at the Veterans event at Runnings this Saturday, where if you have ID from the military, you can get him for no charge. His fee will be waived. Okay, so this is Roscoe. He's another one of the dogs that'll be at the Veterans event at Runnings on Saturday. He's a really good boy, really smart, high energy. Sit. Thank you. Again, no small kids, no other animals. He needs to be the one and only. He loves to go for walks. He loves to play fetch. It's his favorite thing to do. Volunteers and staff here love him. He's come a long way in his time with us, which has been longer than we'd like to see, but he has a really good personality. Really, once he gets to know you and trusts you, he does really well.
To learn more about Goober and Roscoe or other residents of the shelter, contact the Chautauqua County Humane Society at 716-665-2209 or visit chqhumane.org. Next, the surprise a Jamestown 11-year-old received this week. After her bike was stolen, the happy ending report when we come back.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
There's an old saying, there's no news in the newsroom. Well, it's true. The time I spend at the anchor desk is just part of my day. Most of our time is spent gathering stories in the community, stories that matter to you. We can't do it alone, and we need your help. When you see breaking news or have a news tip we should know about, drop us a line on Facebook today, email our news desk, or call our newsroom at 488-7226 so we can bring those stories straight back to you.
I don't think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer. She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type. No way.
No way. No way.
No way. My kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
A local student known in the community for her charity work came across a special surprise this week after her bicycle was stolen. Our Julia Gress has a story.
During the holiday season, 11-year-old Taylin Kendall collected toys and winter clothing for children in need. This week, Kendall was in need of help herself after her bike was stolen from under her front porch.
Because I got it from my grandma, and I was really upset afterwards.
She lives in Florida, so she doesn't see her very often, so it had sentimental value for her.
Taylin's mother, Tabitha Rayner, then turned to the community for help.
When James and I discovered that her bike was stolen, we had decided that we would try to get her old one back because of the sentimental value. We would give it some time, a week or two, and then if it didn't get returned, we would get her a new one. So I started posting things on Facebook. If anybody's seen it, here's how you can identify it's hers. If anybody sees it, shoot me a message.
After hearing about the missing bike, a group of community members who also run charitable groups stepped in to help.
My friends and I heard that your bike got stolen, and that sucks. All the guys that helped you out during the holiday season, we all heard about it, and we all pitched in to help your mom get you a new bike.
Rayner and her fiancé James Blizzard said Taylin was shocked and grateful. She even got to pick out the bike herself.
Mostly just like a mountain bike because there's a lot of bumpy roads, so something to go over all the bumpy roads, and teal because that's my favorite color.
As a way to say thank you, Taylin has a special surprise up her sleeve.
I'm going to send you guys a Be Kind award from my gaming mission. It's the Be Kind 2020 award, And we are also going to do a lemonade stand for you guys.
The lemonade stands will go towards benefiting the foundation of the groups that gifted Taylon the bike, including Rosie's Run, AJ Strong, Exceptional Stars Athletics, and Collaborative Children's Solutions. Julia Gress, WNY News Now.
Julia, thank you. Well, that's it for us today. News Now continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com and on our mobile app. Download it today free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store. We'll leave you with a live look over Chautauqua Lake.